boy. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I have no idea. Sorry if the audio is a bit weird. I've got a story for you. Let me get this set up. I'm running off of my webcam only. Because so please forgive me for the quality of my audio. TV and video. Oops. There we go. Sorry. Hydrate or dehydrate. Okay. Let me share my stream real quick, guys. Let's see if I'm even coming through. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. You can hear me, I guess. It's not as nice as I would like for it to be, but hey, it works, I guess. It'll work in the interim until I can get a decent microphone again. Copy that link. Sorry, just putting it out there. A little bit of self-plugging. Something like that. Oh, man. What a year, what a year. Already starting off strong. Oh, man, I'm already done with it. Ugh. Year just started, and I'm already 2023. 2023. Woo. Oh, friends just went live. I might throw a spot up for them just to support them. This is going to be really weird for a second, but we're doing it. Stop TV. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Awesome. Goofy Champion, thank you for tuning in. Says, ooh, nice shirt. Yeah, thank you for the shirt. I appreciate that. I don't know if you can see it very well. But, yeah, it's absolutely spot on, and it's perfect. And, hold on, let me back up. Let me try and get this in frame. It's hard for me to judge right now. There we go. It's adorable. It's from T-Turtle, and I love it. I love the little foxy. He's so cute. Yeah, I've got your stream up in the background. Sorry, Josh, I'm not going to be joining you tonight. I can't hear anything because my headset broke. Funny story. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm just going to have you guys up in the background for the moment. So, hey, yeah, check out Engormator. Engormator, you can see. Also, you can check out my buddy here, Kojara. Click my viewer thingy. Click your viewer thingy. What's a viewer thingy? I don't know what you mean by viewer thingy. Well, if here's love it. Okay. I think I'm back suddenly. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, is it back up now? Is it working? I can't tell. Life is troubling. Am I coming through now? I look okay on mine, I think. Let me close out of that. Click back in. Yeah, really sorry, guys. Don't know what's going on. 2020 or 2022. That. Year of the technical difficulties. Where, if it can go wrong, it will. Thought it was, 2021? Or 2020, actually. But, it's this year. I can hear your stream now.
Hear this bloodhound. There's a bloodhound over here with me.
You're a bloodhound. What you got going on, Josh? I'm watching your stream, buddy.
I don't know where he went.
I'm gonna click on that. Claim my bonus. I got bonus points. Hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm sitting too close to my TV now.
Thank you very much, PA Punker17, for the follow. I appreciate that. That was earlier in the day, but hey, love it all the same.
None of those shots hit?
Apparently not. No, those shots apparently did not hit, and that's the same experience I have whenever I play Apex. It's like, you hit like right on target, and it does not matter. It's like, it's whether it wants to register the hit or doesn't want to register the hit most of the time. It's like, I don't know. That's why I don't play a lot of Apex Legends. Like, it's not really a game for me. I want stability.
Okay, MJ.
What's up? What's up?
Go down to my chat.
Yeah.
There's so much delay. Go down
oh, I can
to
hear me.
Where the send a message is. And the little diamond there. No, they're hearing. If somebody can hear through mine.
What's up?
Go down to my chat.
You can hear you through it. Oh man.
Gotta use the restroom. Be right back.
I can't buy bits. I don't have bits.
Alright, they're not there. It's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad, right? Like, okay. No, okay, must be you have to be a subscriber. I forgot about that. Damn. But the doggo points, the doggo pets down there where you have the NB bank. I have audio in there now.
Aha.
It's fine. All of my things cost 0 bits. Alright, they're not there.
Yeah, they just cost channel points.
But it's so bad. It's so bad, right? Like, okay. No, okay, must be a subscriber. I forgot about that. Damn.
This is a weird way to have to chat, by the way.
Sorry
This
for
is
the
the
echo, guys.
weirdest shit.
The doggo.
Just want to throw that out here because, man, like, the delay on these is incredible.
It's fine.
Sound alert. Dinghy. Redeem. Quit playing with your dinghy, I'm assuming. This is the weirdest shit. Anyway, hi guys. We came here to talk. How's it going? I'm gonna mute this again just to kind of let you do your thing. Please message me. It's really weird to hear myself through somebody else's stream. So weird. Anyway, how's it going, guys? I appreciate you being here. Sorry, stream's really weird tonight because normally I'd be running a headset. Funny story, I was just about to go live tonight, and well, I'll show you, actually. Oh yeah. So here. So this is my headset that I've been using for 2 years. 2 years, not that old. Turtle Beach. It's a Turtle Beach headset. Decent quality on sound, like the actual microphone's decent. The headphones, not too bad. A little muted, but not that bad. Honestly, not all that bad. Comfortable, really, except plastic parts in some sections where there needs to be some like actual stability, like metal parts and brackets. And so I had to tape this together because I hadn't noticed until somewhat recently that this part on that side, this plastic bit that's holding this arch support in place and holding kind of everything together, it has wires running through it and everything, that started disintegrating for a reason, I'm sure. Like, this is part of it. Don't buy plastic. Plastic's terrible. So I don't recommend ever buying a product that's plastic. Avoid them. Also, other than that, it's been pretty good, except for my audio jack. See, on PlayStation, I often get a lot of feedback when I plug it in here. And I never really understood what was going on. It was just giving me a bunch of feedback. Just kind of seemed to be that way for a while, and I just dealt with it. You know, you'd wiggle it in the socket until it would actually play for both ears, and you could, you know, you could talk through the microphone and be heard on the other side, and it was fine. Wasn't that big of an issue, but I knew eventually I'd have to buy a new headset, excuse me, or buy a microphone, an external microphone. And I guess the problem was solved for me recently. Because, I don't know if you can see it, but you see where there's supposed to be an audio jack? A 3.5 millimeter jack? Like it's supposed to be, like, right there. See if I can get it to focus. Like, there's supposed to be a nice little thing that looks a lot like this on top of there. That's supposed to be on there. But it's not. I plugged it in, right? Into the part that's the extension that's plugged into the audio. There we go. Into the audio ports in the back of my computer tower. And it just broke in half. And it disintegrated. Like, bunch of pieces. Like, that's part of the thing. There's several other pieces. I've never had that happen before. I wasn't rough with it, just, and then it broke. It was still in my hand, and it just was broken. And I was so confused. Yeah. So, I'm gonna switch this over. Check out my friends. That's all I'm saying is check out my friends. Kojiora. He's beautiful. Mwah. And check out Angormator. Also beautiful. Mwah. You can't see his face, but you get the point. Check out my buddies. Boop. How's it going? Love you guys. But, yeah, so I'm currently running off of a webcam, which, I mean, it has a mic, has an input for audio. So you can hear me. It's not great, but, yeah, you can technically hear me. So anytime I'm going to be streaming, unfortunately, this is probably going to be the way that it's going to happen for the foreseeable future until I can get a new headset. So that's awesome. Love that. But hey, guys, that's not the only thing we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about D&D, TTRPGs, New Year's, things that don't entirely suck. See if I can get this off without it fucking going. There we go. That works. My buddy, so mentioned earlier, my friend got me this new t-shirt for Christmas, which I appreciate. I don't know what my hair's doing. Sorry. So I appreciate the new t-shirt. Love it. Absolutely love it. I showed it off earlier. A little bit earlier. I'll show it off again. Let's do that. New t-shirt from T-Turtle. I might need these later. So true. It's cute. I love it. So, new t-shirt. I appreciate that, friendo. Also, another friend that I play D&D with, got me a new set of dice. So I'm looking forward to playing with those. They're fairly similar, actually. Like, I like them. You know, I definitely do. But they're very similar to a set that I got for another friend of mine a while back. I'm talking about a while ago. So it's kind of like I gifted them to myself a long time ago, kind of. Except these ones are glittery. The other set was not like glittery. These ones are actually really nice. But yes, I got new dice. Oh, and I got a new. I might be trying to break this in at some point. Not break it. Specifically, not break it, but break it in. It is a ring light. It's baby's first ring light. Yay! It's not like a big expensive studio version, nothing like that. It was a gift. So it's a pretty basic ring light, but I don't really have much in the way of lighting in here. Like I have an overhead light, and that's about it. Pretty much everything else is just straight on from the screens. So nothing necessarily great. I'm gonna switch it over to Eric's stream so I can have him up too. I don't want to play favorites here, but as you can see, I'm gonna be careful with this because otherwise this will break too. There we go. Ring light. I don't know where I'm going to set it. I'll try and find a spot. But it's just an LED ring light. Pretty simple. Not a whole lot there. It's actually not too bad of a length of cable. I could set it, in theory. I'll find a spot. I just kind of wanted to unbox it and get a look on it. Actually, it has a nice little mount there. So in theory, what I could do is I could... Oh, that'd be weird, but I could use a command strip or something. That'd be interesting. Anyway, guys, yeah, I had a couple of things I got for Christmas. That's kind of exciting and cool. How were your holidays, everybody? Anybody who's here? Anybody who's tuning in? What were your holidays like? do Christmassy stuff? Did you not do Christmassy stuff? Oh man, this is... Okay. That's interesting. What in the hell am I looking at? You know what? I'm not going to play too much with this right now. I'll try and figure that out later off stream while I have the time to do so. Either way, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, start there. I'm going to kind of open up my character here. Tonight I would be doing normally my Critical Role stream, but they didn't do anything this past Thursday, so I'm not actually doing that tonight. They are taking a break until, I think, this coming Thursday. They'll be doing another Critical Role stream. So, the unfortunate side to all of that is normally I watch Critical Role and have my headset on so I can hear the audio of the Critical Role stream in through my ears, and then you also get the audio. If I'm using the webcam microphone, then you'd also be getting the reverb from that, and it would then just echo and be a whole problem. So until I get that fixed, I might not be able to do that. Until I get a new headset, I might not be able to do that stream, which sucks, because I don't want to be taking the time off from Critical Role if I don't have to, but I guess I have to. Yay. So we're here and we're dealing with it. How's everybody doing though? It's 2022. Is everybody having a good time? A friend is offering me a microphone. That's interesting. I don't know if I'll be taking it or not. Who knows? We'll see. I guess a microphone is better than none. So yeah, welcome. Sorry, tonight's a little weird and I'm thrown a bit off because I was not expecting my headset to break literally as I was about to hit start. Wasn't expecting that. So, you know, I'm not sure what the streaming, like what the future is going to be like for my stream immediately, not until I get a new one. I don't know what that's going to do. I'll see. But right now, my bank account looks like shit. It's pretty vacant. So that's fun. Yeah. Regardless, you know, I just figured I'd start the stream up, and my initial thought was I was going to talk about just D&D stuff. D&D stuff and New Year's. And then shit happened. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah. This is a character that I'm actually going to be playing soon, hopefully. I haven't played a cleric in a while. Big fan of clerics, and so is Wizards of the Coast. They really like to give a lot of stuff, like a bunch of archetypes and a lot of love to clerics. Seemingly. Anyway, I don't know. I like a lot of the classes, so I can't really complain. I can't say, like, one class gets any more love than another, necessarily. But I am looking forward to playing another cleric. I'll be playing a Hill Dwarf cleric named Friar Wolfgang von Ollivander. Yeah, just an old dwarf who's kind of been sitting around for a while and wants to go adventuring. Finally. Never been an adventurer, and he finally wants to do that before he passes, you know, rather than sitting in a guild hall just listening to the stories of all of the other adventurers around him who he feeds and gives drink to and, you know, heals and gives all the other benefits to. But regardless, thank you for being here in the stream. I appreciate you, Goofy Champion. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating. Yeah. Sorry if the stream's a little weird and wonky. The format, I'm not used to this. Sexy, I don't know if sexy is a word that I would use to describe this cleric. It's, I mean, he's a 4 foot... What is he? I don't remember how big this guy is. Description. He's 4'9", 200 pounds, so he's short and squat. Brown hair that's curly, but balding on top, with a big long beard. Faithful man in... he adventures in brown robes, because that's, I mean, don't wear your fancy robes when you're adventuring and getting in fights and stuff. And then when he's at formal events and, like, trying to save face, look good, he wears his nice, formal, like, robes with his holy symbol on them and everything. They're black and white. They're very... He's very, very inspired by the classic, like, Trappist monks, Trappist-style monks from Belgian monasteries. That's kind of what I was going for when I built him. Years and years ago. I always wanted to play this character, but I never implemented him. So I finally got around to it. I decided to go back, look through my notes, look at what was available for this campaign, what I could play, and he was the most applicable, and it's good to have a cleric, so... Yeah, I randomly rolled 253. A good young 253 years old. So, interesting thing about Friar Wolfgang von Ollivander. He's been around for many years. He's been, when he was younger, he was mostly, like, crafty. You know, he would participate and work for forges. Maybe he learned from Forge Master, and he picked up the talent. He was a pretty good cook, learned from his parents how to cook. He eventually later would get into brewing, but for now, just pretty good cook. And very good with forging, with smithing. So, essentially, over time, he eventually signed up with and got a job with a guild hall, an adventuring guild. And in that time, he was also a very religious man, but he hadn't dedicated himself to his religion yet. Eventually, you know, eventually he reached adulthood and had been an adult for a little while, and he decided to give himself over to his church. His not even specifically a specific deity necessarily. That is why his faith says Morden Saman. It is the entire dwarven pantheon. So instead of picking like a singular god that he worships, he kind of, to some degree, worships the entire dwarven pantheon, or at least recognizes them. I didn't want to nail him down to like any one, just based on how I set him up, especially being as diverse as he is with different talents. I thought it'd be very proper. For instance, there is oh god, I'm trying to think of all the different gods, the pantheon. Let me look up the Morden Saman, because I do not remember their names off the top of my head. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. That's fine. Morden Saman. Morden Saman. There we go. So, let's see. Moradin. That's his name. Moradin is kind of his overall, like, it's, I mean, he's literally called the Dwarf Father. He is the dwarven equivalent of the All-Father, Odin. So, essentially, he looks up to Odin, or not Odin, Moradin, excuse me, in much the same way that Vikings would look up to Odin, but they would also recognize very often the different gods of, you know, various things and of natural orders and just all the different things. So you have the whole pantheon to look at, but he recognizes Moradin. There's what's his name? I forget his name. Oh no, what is his name? There is Hansieth. Hansieth? I'm not sure if that's actually how it's pronounced, but he is the god of alcohol. Specifically, is one of his domains or subdomains. And being a master brewer, like he is, a Trappist-style monk of his faith, he recognizes and dedicates his brews to Hansieth. You have that. You have various others. Tharmakul, who was Moradin's assistant. He was a deity. He wasn't necessarily on the same godhood, necessarily the same level as Moradin and other gods, but he was still deified and recognized. But people would pay tribute to Tharmakul by lighting their forges and essentially taking care of, cleaning, lighting, and using their forges. He's also recognized as a creative god. So whenever they would create things that were very imaginative, anything that was innovative, something beyond the norm, oftentimes would, like dwarves may do that and recognize and pay tribute to Tharmakul. So he recognizes more than just Moradin or any one god or goddess in the pantheon. That's kind of how I want to run him for this campaign. And I think he'll be good. He's going to be very father figure like. Definitely looking out for the party. Healer. He's very good at cooking. I gave him chef something about cooking utensils. He has proficiency in cooking utensils. I might later take the feat at level 4. I'm considering taking the feat for the chef feat, so that he's actually very skilled in using it and can like heal people with it beyond like 1 hit point or whatever. So I'm gonna try and do some fun things with him. He walks around heavy armor, so he's got a pretty good like a heavy armor and shield setup with a warhammer. So he's got a decent armor class. Rolled pretty good with wisdom and constitution with his bonuses. All across the board, he's not too bad. His intelligence is not necessarily great, but he doesn't have to be intelligent as a cleric. His charisma, it's not amazing, but it's going to be enough that I can be a charming old dwarf. Starting out at 13 hit points, not too bad. Not bad at all. I'm okay with that. But overall, I mean, he looks like a pretty decent character. I think he'll be alright. It'll be a, what is it? Curse of Strahd. Curse of Strahd campaign, so you need a good cleric. You need some holy figures in a Curse of Strahd style campaign. So I'm not sure if we're going to be streaming that, or if we're just going to be doing like one-shots and stuff, but I might end up streaming some of that. Who knows? It might come up eventually when I can stream that. For now, I don't know what streaming is looking like without a headset, so yay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to him. I think he's going to be a decent character. I think he'll be a decent character anyway. Regardless, tell me about any characters and things you have going on. Have you come up with any fun new characters lately? Have you done anything fun D&D related? Homebrews? Have you done any other interesting fun things? There's my friends. I'm going to claim my channel points on his stream. Sound alert. Bing bong. Oh man. Alright, I'll leave them up in the background for the moment. Give them a view. Oh, but yeah, I've been busy with all kinds of stuff lately. Went out tonight with my mother for early birthday dinner, and went shopping and stuff. So that was all right. But yeah, Anybody else working on anything fun? Anything interesting for the new year? He will, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this before, but he is a Forge Domain Cleric dwarf. So that's where his forge, smithing comes in. He's going to be Forge Domain. So just to clear that up, I don't think I mentioned that before. Disadvantage. Lovely. Let's scroll. Oops. Okay. Okay, I do have that charging. Perfect. Anyway, tell me about things that you have going on. Actually, hold on. Let me see. I might have him. I don't want to reveal too much because I have characters in here that I haven't played yet. Where is he? Oh, right here. Wait. This one was made forever ago. I might need to update him, though. Let it load. Let it load. Let it load. It's going to take 1.5 years. So this was essentially kind of my initial closest representation I could make forever ago. I made him a long time ago. So his initial weapon was supposed to be this great big maul type weapon. It was actually called a Dwarven Longhammer, because I was going to do him in Pathfinder. But I was going to modify the Longhammer, and basically what was going to happen was I would have the Longhammer, the actual hammerhead, and then on the backside would be a open divot, like a bowl, and you'd have through the entire handle, it'd be an iron handle or a metal handle anyway, and then you'd have like a little reed at the end so that you could smoke, and it would be basically just a really long pipe that it would double as, which I plan to do with his current weapon as well, the Warhammer. But it's going to be a smaller hammer. It's going to be like literally like half of this. So like take off like the handle, the end of the handle, and it's basically that. It's still going to be relatively bulky, I imagine, because it's Dwarven make. But on one end will be like a big hammer head, and then the other side will be like a hollowed out shell where you put the tobacco and everything that you'd smoke. So that's what I'm aiming for. I also couldn't make him quite as stocky and broad as he actually is. Like, this character's going to be like, he's got a big head and he's very broad-shouldered and stout, and he's got a bit of a belly on him and everything. Like, he's very, very comfortable. But, yeah, that's kind of the general idea that I made forever ago. Wolfgang von Ollivander. Man, it's been a long time, actually. When I made him, he's probably been sitting in my created figures for like at least a year and a half. Something like that. It's been a long time. I would say at least a year. Yeah. Excuse me. But his hair and stuff will be like where there is hair, it'll be bushier and like curly. Like I'm imagining this billowing, thick, curly beard and frock of hair and yeah. He's an old man. He's 253 years old. They live up to about 350 or so. This is kind of the average lifespan of a dwarf in 5e. Anyway. Oh man. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab... I gotta clean up my boots. I wore them the other day, and I got some stuff on the toe, so I'm gonna wipe those clean. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, I'm back now. Sorry for making you wait, guys. I've got these big-ass boots. I don't know if I've ever shown these on stream. Probably not. But I at least like to wipe them clean. A little bit of water. I don't have any good... I gotta get some actual leather cleaner. Some something to spray on them, rub on them, whatever, you know. Because for now, I just wipe them clean with paper towel or a rag with some water. That's pretty much it. Goofy Champion says, what about if people think the character is a major drunk, that actually their deity is Dionysius, and the wine they carry is their symbol? Well, he doesn't carry wine. What about... Are you referring to this character, or are you referring to just a character in general? Because if you're referring to a character in general... Just maybe that's your idea for a character, or then I don't see why that. I mean, you could do that. That seems perfectly doable. I mean, in a way, kind of, if you're celebrating or honoring a god by making a brew of some kind, whatever that may be, then essentially that kind of is their symbol, is whatever the alcohol is or whatever you're making. I mean, much the same, like a god of forging. If you're celebrating a god of forging by forging something, then you're forging that thing in honor of them. So much the same with brewing. If you're brewing something in their, in their name, whatever, then yeah, then that object, whatever you're brewing, is essentially the form of worship. Goofy Champion says, in general, yeah. I mean, depending on how you want to do it, like if your deity is Dionysus, then yeah. I mean, in theory, that's something you could absolutely do. There are many ways to go about it. So that's the funny thing, is a lot of clerics, a lot of people who play clerics will play them in one way. There are exceptions to the rule, but a lot of people will play clerics in one way, and I appreciate when people play them a different way. For instance, Goofy Champion, you're playing a cleric right now. that is actually a little bit outside the norm, and I appreciate that. I like people doing things that are a little bit different, with characters not doing like a paladin that does the exact same thing as every other paladin, or a cleric that's. So when people play clerics, a lot of people will play a cleric that's like a Paylor cleric that's just, a man in chainmail and classic holy vestments with the tabard and everything, and they don't drink, they don't fornicate with anybody, they don't do any of those things. They're just very devout and, yes, I do everything for my god, and blah 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 blah. Like, like, live a little. You're a. I mean, I hate to use this, but everybody's human. That's a pretty common, phrase that we use is, everyone's human. People are, I mean, expected to have vices and to have, things that they do. They're even a cleric, even a cleric may do something, may have something they do that's not necessarily direct, directly oriented to worship. Maybe they, go and have sex, or pay for sex or something. Maybe they have some other flaw or something, or maybe instead of worshiping through doing classic things like, oh well, I'm going to go pray and do the, maybe their form of worship is fornication. Yes, hail Santa. Yes, like your cleric. Everybody has a different way of worshiping. So essentially, if you're playing a cleric, you don't have to be a classic cleric that's just like, oh, let me do a few Hail Marys for my deity, and then, no. Find a fun, different way. If you're a Forged Domain cleric, maybe the way you pray is that you work on weapons or armor. You sit over an anvil or play with your, mess around with your forging tools and various smithing tools, and you work on things. Maybe you work on making things, or repairing things, or something. It doesn't have to be classic and ordinary and run of the mill and whatever. And that's kind of the wrong connotation that a lot of people get when they get the whole cleric thing. That's a lot of the reason why I didn't want to play a cleric at first, is because I was expected to just be the healer and to just be, like, oh, this devout, whatever religion person that's, run of the mill. And I mean, who wants to be forced into a role where you essentially have to do things that are already pre-written? Like, that's so shitty. I mean, it doesn't leave much to the I can talk. Much to the imagination. It doesn't leave you with a lot that you can use to custom fit that character to yourself and how you want to play them. So it makes it's very demotivational. So I say, inspire to do something outside the norm. Play a character that is not necessarily run of the mill. Play a cleric that doesn't, traditionally get down on their knees and go, oh yes, blah 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 blah, and then, whatever to their deity. They don't have some book that they read hymns out of or whatever. Play a cleric that maybe their form of worship has something to do with sport. Maybe, being athletic and fit and doing some sort of sport activity. I don't know. Some sort of Olympic, like maybe shot put, or javelin throwing, or hitting a ball with a stick, or whatever. Maybe it's an athletic show of worship. Maybe, whatever. Come up with something that fits your deity, whoever they are. You don't have to do something run of the mill and classic. Additionally, this happened to me forever ago. I once played a campaign where I played a Tempest Domain cleric. Her name was, it was Isolt Gale Ahiki. She was Gaelic, and I loved her. Wonderful character, very Is it, though? Am I actually going? Is it going through? Is it actually? Are you actually going to go into the thing? Man, I would love for that to happen. Apparently not. Apparently it's just done. Is it going?